The summertime is a time where everyone around you seems like they are just having the time of their lives. Everyone is going on family vacations, they are having backyard barbecues, and everyone just seems so light, like nothing is wrong. You're seeing all the highlight reels on social media, and you're like, how is this even possible? How can everyone else be feeling so great, so amazing, and I'm over here missing this dude? Oh man, let me tell you, I know that feeling. And so I want to talk to you today about how to have fun this summer, even without your ex. All right, let's get into it. Hey sis, welcome to Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Are you hurt and confused after a recent breakup? Are you having thoughts like, I can't believe I'm here again. Why wasn't I enough for him? Or I'm never going to get married? Do you find yourself Googling how to get past the breakup or how to heal my broken heart? Do you start your morning feeling like you can finally breathe again, only to fall apart when you see a picture of your ex on social media? Hey sis, I'm Candace. I too was a single Christian woman who was heartbroken but still desired marriage. I too had numerous failed relationships and wished the right man would come along. I wanted closure from past relationships, healing for my heart, and I wanted to feel joy in my life again. But the truth is, I had no idea where to start or how to make any of this happen until I found the secret, partnering with God to heal from heartbreak. In this podcast, you will find tips for moving on after breakups, growing your relationship with God, and preparing for future relationships so that you will heal your heart and be ready to move forward into the life you desire. So turn off those heartbreak songs and turn me up in those earbuds. It's time to heal, sis. Hey sis, and welcome back for another episode. I'm so happy that you are here. If you are new here, please subscribe to the podcast. And if you haven't yet, please go and leave a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. And sis, if you have not yet went and grabbed your free prayer to move on after a breakup, go ahead and grab that. I have a link for you and all my great freebies in the show notes, so don't miss out. Grab everything that you can, okay? So today we are talking about how to have fun this summer without your ex. I know some of you did not envision that this is where you would be right now, that you would be single, that you would be without the guy that you love so much, and you thought y'all were going to be taking trips together and hanging out this summer, but here you are. Well, again, I know that feeling all too well. I've spent plenty of summers alone. I've spent many summers heartbroken and just trying to figure out like, what can I do? Because everyone around me just seemed so happy and like they were just, man, having the times of their lives. And so, but I also remember feeling like, I don't want life to just pass me by. I don't want to have this summer where I'm just sulking and not doing anything and not enjoying myself. And I have to say that when I would just put myself out there and just get out, I would have so much fun. And I would remember saying, man, I'm so glad I didn't stay home. I'm so glad I chose to go and do whatever, that I forced myself out. So we're going to talk about some things that you can do to have fun this summer without your ex. Number 1, get outdoors. Okay, there's something about the sun. Okay, the sun is beautiful and bright, and you might be in a place where it's hot. I know I am. I'm in a place where it's very hot right now. But even if just for a little while, just get outside. Maybe go out early in the mornings before it gets really hot, or in the evenings after it cools off a little bit. But get outdoors and find some outdoor activities to do. This is like a time where you can I like to sit outdoors and just journal by myself. I'll sit out and journal or read my Bible outdoors. And so while you might still be engaging in some healing activities, do it outside. Go on a prayer walk or whatever. Talk to God outside, just so that you can get some vitamin D. And also there's something about the sun that just kind of lifts your mood. So get outdoors and enjoy the sunshine. And that to me, that's like an automatic thing to make you feel better. So hang out outside some days or every day for a small amount of time, whatever the case is. Get out there, sis. Number 2, try something new. The summer is a great chance to try new things because people offer all kinds of amazing things during the summer. So if maybe you've never played like an organized sport. And I don't mean go join a whole team, but every now and then they'll have something like volleyball tournaments, or if you live near a beach, they might have beach volleyball. Maybe there's a cooking class, or whatever the case is. There's all kinds of things that's offered during the summer. And so find something that you've never done before, that you've maybe been curious about or always wanted to do. This is the time. Go and do that thing. You don't have to wait to have somebody with you to go and do life, to try new things. It's okay to do it alone. And you might meet people while you're doing this. And I'm not saying meeting people to date or anything like that, but just meeting new people, right? So go out and try new things. Hey sis, can I have a moment of your time? I remember what it's like to be a single woman dealing with heartbreak from numerous failed relationships. I thought the best way to get over a man was to get a new one. So I went from man to man trying to find someone who would take away the pain I felt. Then I thought I found him, but after a couple of years of dating, that relationship ended too. That broke me. I cried all the time and I felt so lost and alone. At that point, I gave up. I didn't even have the strength to get out there and try to find another man. The pain in my heart was so great that I knew no man would be able to heal it. I knew I had to do something different this time. Then one day, I decided to give it all to God. I surrendered my broken heart and that breakup to God, and it made such a huge difference in my life. In fact, that was the turning point for me. Within 1 year after surrendering everything to God, I found myself having peace and joy again, being content as a single woman, becoming confident in who God created me to be, and even engaged and shortly afterwards married. Talk about a year. Sis, are you ready to move on after this breakup? I would love to help you move forward into what's next for you. Join me for a heartbreak coaching session where we will create a 90-day heart healing plan. I will show you how to partner with God to release negative emotions and find peace in the midst of your heartbreak while also empowering yourself as a single woman. You will be able to carry out the simple steps to make real progress on your healing journey with a customized plan of how to move forward. Plus, you'll receive 2 weeks of accountability from me. If you're struggling to find healing on your own, I invite you to sit with me to tell your story and begin creating a new and better one. Spots are limited, so go now to CandiceABaddies.com/services to book your 60-minute heartbreak coaching session. If you think this is the end, remember 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. It says, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him." Let's do this, sis. Now back to today's episode. Number 3, read a new novel. So I used to do this a lot whenever I was single. I love to get like a good fiction novel and read, and I'd be like, okay, my summer reading list. I would have like a list of books that I wanted to read. Get a novel and read, and that will like get you out of your own head some and just allow you to kind of be engrossed in this like imaginary world if you like fiction. If you're not a fiction person, then find something else to read that will interest you. So I really encourage that if you are a reader. I know everybody does not necessarily like to read, but man, if you do, this is like the perfect thing to do during the summertime, that if it is too hot to get outside, that you can stay in, sit near a window, I advise, and read a really good book. And if you are able to get out, read outside. You can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Really good activity for you. Number 4, take a road trip with some girlfriends. Oh Lord, that was always my favorite thing to do. Love a good road trip. These days, I'm just like, I'm like, oh my goodness, like the ride makes me so tired, just because I'm always tired these days. But back in the day, I would love taking a good road trip with some girlfriends. And I actually took a road trip with some friends in October. And I remember saying, man, I didn't feel like going because, again, I was tired. I was exhausted from so much things going on. And so, but I said yes. And I was so happy I said yes, because I was able to go and just have a blast. We went to Oklahoma. We stayed in cabins. We rode in some swing cars and we did like some different things. We went out to eat and we just had like just this great, amazing time. And I was like, man, had I stayed home, like, you don't know what you would have missed, but I would have missed all this. And I always typically say that whenever I'm like saying, oh, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do that. And then when I go, I'm like, I'm so glad that I did. So take a good road trip with some girlfriends, go to a beach, whatever, like maybe it's the nearest beach to you. If you don't like to beach, some people like to hike. Some people like to ride bikes, go biking or whatever. Like find some great activity that you would love to do. I also like spas. So like casino spas are great. So maybe find like a local casino or whatever kind of spa place and take a road trip up there and have a spa day and maybe spend a night and, come back the next day. Whatever you need to do. I'm not saying you have to like spend tons of money, but it's so much fun whenever you take a road trip with girlfriends because you get to listen to like all y'all favorite songs and music. And for like me and my friends, like we would sing in the car, we would like tell jokes and reminisce and just have fun. It's like a time where you can just be free and light and you're not thinking about your ex during this time. So go ahead and maybe plan that out. There's still a little time left in the summer for you to be able to do some fun things. That is one of my favorite, the girls trip. Okay. And number 5, go to an event and mingle. Again, there's so many things going on in the summer. Like I live in Louisiana and so it's super hot. I keep saying that. It's super hot and super humid out here, but there are things going on, like they have all type of festivals going on. There's, when I looked recently, I saw there's like a food truck, like it's National Food Truck Day or something like that. So there's like a food truck event coming up. There's like all these pop-up shops where you can go shopping. Like this past weekend, there was like, I was actually part of a pop-up event where they had like a fashion show and brunch and like you just grab your girlfriends and come shop and it was just so much fun. So go out and mingle and meet new people. Again, we're not talking about meeting new people for dating purposes, but you might meet a friend, someone that you might be able to hang out with, or you find y'all like the same things. Y'all might have the same interests. And so just go out, meet new people and mingle amongst others, people you may not know. And it's fine. It's so good. Like to me, it's just so good to get out, and not to say you have to keep in touch with anybody after the fact, but it's just to get out and see and meet new people, talk to people and find out people's new interests, or just keep it light and be like, girl, this food is good, like wherever you at. Maybe you go like painting, or it's like there's a place out here called Painting with a Twist or Paint and Sip. They have different things in different areas. Like check your local areas and see what there is fun to do where a lot of people will be, and you can go out there and just have fun, meet people, mingle. You might be like, I'm an introvert. Well, just get out there. You never know what'll happen. Never know what'll happen. But I'm not saying you have to do all 5 of these things. I'm not saying you have to do anything, because this is what you make of it. These are some tips for you, though. I think that would allow you to just have a little bit more fun, because the summertime can be sad just because you're like, I thought me and my ex would be doing XYZ. We were supposed to take a vacation to this place, and we were supposed to hang out and do this summer, and all these things that you're thinking about. And these are just some things to help you to get out of those thoughts and get out of your head. So a quick recap. Number 1, get outdoors. Number 2, try something new. Number 3, read a new novel. Number 4, take a road trip with some girlfriends. And number 5, go to an event and mingle. So I hope that this was good for you. I hope that you take me up on some of this. I want to know, what are y'all doing this summer? Come to the Facebook group. Let me know what fun plans that you have. It's a little late in the summer, so maybe you've already done your fun stuff, or you might still have some plans of things to come. Whatever the case is, come share them in the Facebook group. I would love, love, love to hear about it. I'll talk to you again soon, sis. Bye. Hey, sis. Listen, if you have been blessed, changed, or inspired by this podcast in any way, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the #1 way that you can thank me and show support for the show. Also, if this podcast blessed you, Don't keep it to yourself. Do a quick share and bless someone else. Please know I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I would love to hear from you. Come connect with me and other like-minded individuals in my Facebook group called Christian Women Overcoming Heartbreak and Finding Purpose. I can't wait to meet you back here really soon. Until then, remember to love the life you have while you're making it better. Love you, sis.